has ordered it, but until then, I'm just kind of like on standby and waiting on it.
What time? I mean, how
Yeah,
many
those coming in?
more days?
I don't know.
This is why we need
I don't
to
know
have
if
the
he
brewery.
ordered it.
We're gonna go here.
Yeah, check it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I found out this morning.
What's up?
Yeah. If I can look at the calendar, if I don't get an email about it, then.
Ileana, you have kids, right?
Yeah,
I have some bouncers if you wanna buy one.
buy a bouncer?
Yeah, I used to have a party rental.
I remember.
So, I still have like 8 bouncers left.
How much?
Well, the plain ones are 500, but the water slides are 1,000. Pero son 15 by 15, no, 18 by 18. And there's one that you can take the pool off and attach it, like you can use it during the winter with no pool, and then during the summer you just attach the pool. And it's not too high, it's mostly wide, so just in case any little ones are there, you know. So keep it in mind, just in case, cause I
Cool,
mean,
three.
I know they're like over $100 just to rent one, right?
I think so,
Now you know why we should have it at the brewery.
That's quarterly. We'll start doing that. We might go to the
think.
the other brewery
Me
this
mando
time though.
fotos si quieres.
Not everyone liked that brewery.
So we'll split it up, huh?
Yeah. So quarterly, we're still, all right, so I'll just get into that now. Thank you guys for coming. I know this is a little different than what we normally do, but going forward, our schedule is gonna look like this. Every Thursday, we're going to have some sort of office meeting, but it's going to pertain to different things. So the first Thursdays of the month, we're gonna have announcements, what's coming up, what things that are going on, and then we'll also go over a quick training, something like that to bring value. The second Thursday is going to be monthly awards, the awards from the previous month. We had a lot of people asking to bring back monthly awards. Every second Thursday of the month, we'll have monthly awards for the previous month. The third Thursday is when the ALC meets. That's open for everyone to join. You don't have voting rights though unless you're on the ALC. And then the fourth Thursday of every month will just be some sort of training, some sort of insight, something we'll bring a special guest in. But just know Thursdays, 10 o'clock will be a day something will be going on in the Market Center. Make sense? Now we're still going to do quarterly awards. Quarterly awards will be off-site, somewhere fun like we used to do. Last quarter we went to the brewery. A lot of people had a lot of fun, but that place was different if you were there. It wasn't for everyone, so we're going to try other places as well and just make it fun. And it'll be off-site nighttime, tacos, beer, whatever, enjoy some awards. Sound good?
Yes.
Make sense? You like it?
Yes.
Because I know we used to have monthly meetings, but sometimes it was quarterly awards, sometimes it was random off-site, and it was a lot of kind of confusion, so we're just trying to make it simple and more fun for everyone. All right. So, quote of the day, we have good questions outrank easy answers. Good. I'm reading a book called right now, called The More Beautiful Question. It's a great book on insight about asking questions in your business and how those questions lead to some great results in your business and stuff. So it's a great book if you're looking for a book to read. Personal growth. It's called The More Beautiful Question. Really, really good book. All right. Are we Facebook?
Yeah.
Bakersfield, Ridgecrest. Who else is out there? East Palmdale and Acton. They're watching us. Bakersfield. They're always asking. They're always sending us stuff. So, hi guys. Appreciate it. So announcements of what's coming up. So compliance. Who's taken the mandatory compliance class so far? A few of us. Kind of some changes coming up in compliance. You'll notice on the month of the calendar, we have it every day for a month. You just need to come once, and then you'll be good. But if you come once and you're confused, come back. We'll show you what we're doing is we're talking about compliance, how it's changing, what we're doing in the compliance world, and how that transition is going to look like. We're going to make it real slow and easy and smooth for everyone that hates change. but it is a really cool system, and so far the feedback from the class is it's not too scary, right? I mean, yeah? No, is it scary?
Nope.
No? Looks pretty easy. It looks just like SkySlope, what we're using currently. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff on that. So if you haven't come to that class yet, come check it out. Come learn about the compliance, because it is quite a bit different. It is going to be a lot easier as time progresses, but we want everyone to learn how to do it so when the change does happen, we're not, oh my God, what do I do? I got to get paid. We know, because we've been participating in the class. We know it's coming. We put it on every day. So find a day in the next month to come. Check out the calendar. It's on there. All right? Wednesday, September 11th, 9 to 3 is our committee day. So we were talking about this a few minutes ago. 9 a.m. the culture committee meets, 10 a.m. the social committee meets, 11 a.m. the financial growth, 11 is the financial committee, 12 is the growth committee, 1 is the safety committee, 2 is technology, and 3 is career development. Now, with these committees, who's a part of a committee? Ileana? Just Ileana? They're a lot of fun, guys. So my first year here, I was pretty like, I'm not going to do any of that stuff. And my second year, I joined the social committee. My third year, I was on the ALC, and I did the social committee. So much fun. I met a lot of great relationships with agents here. Those relationships really got me connected with people and really made it more feel like a family, because it's a close-knit group and they're doing different things for the office. For example, the cultural committee, they talk about what we do for Red Day, how can we impact the area, what are we doing with our KW Cares, stuff like that. It's really great. Social committees, all our fun events. Bowling night, who went to bowling night? Just a few of us, 3, 4 of us. That was pretty fun, right? Family, we had free bowling for, I don't know, was it 2-3 hours? Something like that. A lot of fun. I was in Texas, so I missed it. I was bummed out. But it was a great night, and that's all done by the social committee, putting that on for us, and you can be a part of it. It's a lot of fun for that. Okay. Wednesday, September 11th, 4 to 5. Join Ileana Dominguez for an informational session on budgeting your business. No? Yes. Excited or what? You're right with your face like, oh no.
Forgot.
I forgot it's on the calendar, but it's remembering. So the great thing is we had this in the morning session a few times, but we're getting this in the afternoon because a lot of us have other things going on in the morning. We work dual career. This is a great opportunity to help learn to budget your business. From one of our best, our own Ileana, is going to be there teaching us. So if you don't have a budget for your business, if you don't have a P&L, if you don't even know what you spend on your business, you should come and learn how to budget your business so we know where we're at with that. Anything else I'm missing on that?
No, we're good.
We're good?
Yes.
All right. And Ileana loves speaking in front of people, so if we could fill this room, it would be her. She would love it so much to have 30 to 40 people in here where she could get up and speak in front of them because it's her favorite thing to do.
She's going to be postmaster at Eastside.
Yeah. All right, on Monday, September 16th, 11 to 12:30, wealth building strategies and tips. So we're trying to bring wealth building strategies and tips at least once a quarter to the office. Real estate, who here knows wealthy people? Who here is wealthy? What does every wealthy person have in common?
You own real estate.
Money. But what do they own?
Real estate.
They all own real estate, right? So real estate's a very unique opportunity. There's a lot of ways to create wealth through real estate. A lot of people have done it. Every wealthy person knows a real estate agent, and they do real estate on that side of it. So we're bringing classes to help show how different people have built wealth and different strategies to building wealth through real estate. Pretty cool?
Yes.
All right, so everyone's going to be there?
Yes.
Yeah, can't go wrong. So every Tuesday, beginning September 17th, 9 to 10, we're starting Move, never-ending referrals. So I've taken every class that Keller Williams had to offer as a new agent, as now as a team leader. I've taken a ton of classes. This, to be honest, was my favorite class that we ever offered, and we haven't had it in a while. Who here's done Move before? Ileana? Ileana, you're pretty productive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find Move to be cool?
Yes.
Now, did Move make you do scary things that you hated to do, or was it just a pretty good informational, give you strategies?
Both.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So,
Encourage you.
encouraged
to do
you.
more with your database.
Okay, So when you take bold, they're like, oh, you have to call 20 people, and some of us are like, oh, I don't want to call 20 people. What Move is it's an hour class, and it's showing you how to organize your database and how to connect with your database to get never-ending referrals through different strategies. For example, we should all be contacting our database how many times a year?
36.
36? So that's a 36 touch to stay in top of mind. But how often should we be talking to them on the phone?
2 to 3 times a month.
A year.
4 times a year, at least once a quarter. If you want to do it more, hey, great, but they might get sick of you. But yes, at least 4 times a year, once a quarter, right? So we have 13 weeks in a quarter. How many letters in the alphabet?
26.
26. So if we call 2 letters of the alphabet once a week, we'd get through them 13 weeks, once a quarter.
Yep.
So Move teaches you how to organize your database and off percentages of last names. So for example, A's and W's is about, what is it, like 8% or 9% of the common names. So they put those together. So you go through your database and put everyone in A and W as a group as your tags, and on Tuesdays or whatever day, you call your A's and W's. The next week might be your B's and L's or whatever it is. And you go through and call them. But it's not just call them about real estate. They give you great ideas of how to call your database without sounding like a salesman. So I liked it a lot. For example, is calling your friends and family and saying, hey, as a real estate agent, I have to do a lot of preferred vendors, like people that do construction around the house or lawn service. Who do you know that was great that you used on your house that I could use as part of my preferred vendor list? And then you're like, oh, actually, we just got our backyard done, and our pool people they're great. Oh, great, what's their name? Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll add them to my preferred vendor list. I really appreciate you. By the way, do you know anyone that's looking to buy or sell real estate? It gives you such an easy way to call your friends and family, because I struggled with that without sounding like a salesman. So I like this class so much. My database was set up like that. I went through my Facebook and set up people up like that. And on Tuesdays, that was my day to go through my database. It's a really cool class. We're all going to be there? 9 to 10?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, ALC meetings. I kind of talked about this already, but Thursday, September 19th from 11 to 12. ALC members, we go over what goes through the office. So think of the ALC as kind of the Congress of the United States. Like, that makes sense? Like, they kind of come up with the laws and what's going on. We all are welcome to be a part of that and listen in what's being discussed that's going on in the office. The only thing is, if you're not a part of the ALC, you don't have voting rights if they bring something to a vote, but you can see what they're voting on. So when rules or things change, it's not me or Adam or anyone else. It's typically the ALC has voted on something. So we encourage participation with the ALC. Tuesday, September 24th, 11:30 to 12:30. Hadia will be in here, and they're going to be doing a Mortgage Express session about different mortgages, different ways to help your clients. They'll have lunch. It's a great class if you need some good insight on mortgages. Oh. And then Wednesday, September 25th, 4 to 5. The organizational model. We had a book club of the MREA. We're almost through a lot of it, and we've had different people come in at different times. You do not need to be a part of it from the beginning to come. If you'd like to come, it's an afternoon class. We're going over the organizational model of millionaire real estate. Pretty cool? Lots of stuff. So the only other thing on here that's, if you guys saw my video on Facebook this last week, or this week, the Eastside office, if anyone's over there or lives close to there, you're always free to welcome to go into the office. It's a part of our family. It's off of Avenue S and 47th Street. It's us. It's all us. We're all one family. They're going to be doing on Monday a script practice competition where some money's involved, which would be kind of fun. So how it works: Mondays, you show up, you put in a $25 deposit. Every day that you show up for script practice at 8 o'clock, you get $5 back. So if you're there all 5 days, you get your money back. Make sense? If you don't show up a day, that $5 goes into the main pot. And what you're doing for 30 minutes is you're going to be watching some different scripts, different things that work, and just practicing. Objections, things that happen if you're calling people, if you're on a listing appointment, and objection as well. Someone said they'll do it for 4.5%. What scripts are you using to object that? Or are you just saying, okay, I'll do 4.5? What are we doing to overcome those 4.5, those objections, right? So it's going to be a great class. We're going to be practicing it. At the end of the, when does it go to? It goes through the month? till the end of the month. There's going to be a little competition of script battles, and there's going to be 5 judges, and they're going to give us who've been participating objections, and whoever overcomes them the best is going to win the pot of the people that put their deposit in but didn't show up for those days. On top of that, On Track Escrow is going to be donating $150 open house basket, things for your open house up to $150 value. So it's a great way to practice our scripts. It's fun. You could win some money. It's a little competition. If you want to be a part of it, we're doing it over at the Eastside office. Everyone's welcome to do it. We're going to see how it goes. If it's a pretty good success, we may try that here, but we're not sure yet what that looks like.
What day was that on?
It's going to be every day, starting on Monday.
I think there's flyers.
There's flyers all around. Yeah, we have flyers up front. As you're walking out on the right-hand side of the table, there's flyers up front.
George is actually making flyers right now.
Oh, is he? He's going to bring them
making
in?
copies, yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Any questions on any of the fun stuff we got coming up? Everyone get how we're going to be doing the Market Center office meetings going forward? Pretty simple? Pretty good?
Yes.
Good. Thanks, Ilian. Appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to suspend a few, probably another 10 minutes. Oh, George has got them. Can you hand them out?
Yeah.
We were just talking about it the whole time.
I came in a little late, I'm sorry. What are the office meetings going to be like?
So just this formal setup, and then every Thursday there's going to be something at the office at 10 o'clock. That makes sense.
And then we're going to be spelled
like-
out the,
We will still go off-site quarterly for awards. Yeah, we just spent the last 5 minutes talking about it. Any questions on the script practice? Seem cool? It's a cool idea, right?
Yeah.
It's a great idea. And I thought of it all myself. George has nothing to do with it. It's actually George's idea, but Otto's tried to take credit. So exactly. Otto's taking credit, George's idea. Now I'm trying to steal credit too. It's a great idea. It's a lot of fun. And everyone been to the Eastside office yet, or no?
Oh, yeah, they got good water over there.
They got great water over there. And they got a good waffle place next door that for some reason whenever I go there, George tries to get me over there and drinking some beers with them. And I'm easily tempted, so I say yes. But,
I only got to twist a finger just
Yeah.
to tap the arm.
yeah, no, I gotta get back to work. No, come on, okay.
One more.
Yeah, sure, why not? Ileana knows my weakness. I'll say no the first time, but if he asks twice, I'll say yes. It's pretty easy. All right. So any questions on that before we move on? We're going to spend about 10 minutes on something else, and then we're going to be done for the day. Sound good?
Yes.
Get back to work? Great. Yeah. Let's get going. We got work to do. Okay, so I know on the schedule it says the 90% rule, and really this is just an introduction. Is what is real estate? We say it's 90%. Does anyone know?
Mindset?
Yeah, mindset. 90% of what we do is success in this business comes from the mindset of being successful in this business. So a lot of us, we struggle with, who's here's taken DISC before? They've done the DISC profile. Everyone knows what I'm talking about a little bit? Now we give everyone when they sign up a package, and on there is a DISC profile. If you haven't taken it yet, I would strongly encourage you to go up front, ask one of the ladies for one of the assessment sheets. You log onto a computer, we can help you with that, and take your DISC profile because it's pretty interesting to learn about ourselves and learn where we're at. And you'll notice that a lot of people think they're really good at sales. They tend to be high I. Now, if you're not familiar with DISC, what high I is the people in the room that are like, look at me. They talk with their hands. They talk about themselves a lot. I'm a high I, right? I'm okay with getting up in front of people talking about it. But a lot of people in real estate are high I as well. People that are good at talking to people. They enjoy people's company. Who's done it here, this, and has a high I? Yeah. I bet you when you go take it, a lot of you will be high I. But the great thing about DISC, it tells you what we fear the most as well. And typically, we think we're great salespeople. Like us, I think I'm great with people. I'm great at salespeople. But the high I's, our greatest fear is rejection. We don't like when people don't like us or reject us. It's like, ugh. Hurts my heart. So Another very common thing in real estate is having a high S. And high S like stability, things to go smooth, who we are, and we want everyone to be happy, you know, and we're great with people. So it's very common to be high I, high S. Or a negative with high S is having kind of not peace, not kumbaya. So if you compare these two, I don't like rejection, I don't like when things go wrong. I'm great with people, but am I going to call them and tell about real estate and fear of being rejected with that? It's a lot of us struggle with, right? So this is why it's interesting when you take the disc to know where your strengths are and where you might lack, because I know I struggle with rejection. I know I hate when somebody's not happy or I feel like they don't like me, or well, why not? I'm such a great person. I mean, come on, what's not to like? But the reality is I know this about me now, and I can't please everybody. Not everyone's going to like me, and that's okay. But I know this struggle with me, so 90% is mental for me to be able to call my friends and family, ask for business, call my clients and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're all going to take the disc, right? No?
Yes.
Yes? If we haven't taken it, you're going to talk to me after this. I'm going to get you show you how to log on and do it. It takes like 15 minutes, and you're going to learn about yourself. It's going to be super interesting. You're going to learn about your strengths, things that work for you, things that don't work with you, so we can help you understand where your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, okay? So we'll do it?
Yes.
Gee, you guys are just so full of energy.
Really got it.
Woo! So full of energy. We all need coffee. Okay, so I want to go over this last thing real quick, and then we'll be on with our day. So we all live in this box, and we all have, we'll say right here, and we all have natural ability, right? And our natural ability with what we know, we have a lid to what we can do, correct?
Right.
We all have natural ability, we're all good at things, and in real estate, some of us are natural at it. We're natural at talking to people. Our natural ability might be higher than others, but we all have natural ability in something, but we all have a lid on what we know, right? A brand new agent, I'm great talking to people. I get in a transaction, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I have a lid. I might have been in transactions or escrow my whole life, but I don't know how to go out and meet clients, and I don't know how to get a listing appointment signed, right? We might know our things, we have natural abilities, but we all have a lid. And typically when we get into this business, we as agents, as creative people, we like to be real creative, and then we like to try to grow our business from being creative, right?
Right.
Well, we've been, in this business we have a lot of very successful people that have done this for a long time and done a lot of very successful things. So a lot of us try to get into this business, we be creative to be successful by what? By lead generating, finding clients. I'll do it this way, I'll do it that way. When we have a lot of people in this business who've shown us how to do it before us, so we have models and systems that have shown us how to do this to make a strong foundation in our business. So when we grow a business, when we're starting in this business, why would we try to be creative and do it ourselves and not follow models and systems that have worked for everybody else before us who made a ton of money? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, we have this triangle, and we do it backwards. We go like this. That's a terrible backwards triangle. You'll have to forgive me. We try to be creative, and then we say, oh yeah, I kind of know the models, but I don't do it, but I do a little bit of the models. And what do you think is going to have a better foundation of building the business going forward? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Is we have these models that show us how to do things, these coaches or these people that have done the business very successfully for a long time and made a lot of money, but yet we try to go, well, yeah, what do they know? I've been doing this for like 6 weeks now, and I talked to someone on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure they're like a millionaire, so I'm good. So we have our natural ability, and we're going to keep hitting this lid because we might, if we focus on models, we learn a little bit, we might be able to go a little bit higher, but we get creative, and we have dips, but we keep hitting this lid. Now, we all try to focus on having that breakthrough to the next level to raise our lid. But the only way we're ever going to break through this is by following models, systems, and coaching of people that have broken through and raised their lid. Because if you find someone that has models and systems, their lid might be way up here. Now if you're using their systems and models, you just raised your lid. Does that make sense? Everyone with me on that? Where we have our lid here, and we're going to be hitting it over and over again, and the only way to break through, and we might get lucky, we would do some creative that works, and we might get a little bit more success, but we're always going to hit that lid until we find levels of higher success for us that follow us.
Right.
Different coaching methods, different things, people that have done it and been successful to help us be successful. Okay? So build your business off the models and systems that work, then be creative as you go. Do things that are working, your 4 pillars, whatever lead generation that you're doing that works, someone that's done it and worked. I'm not saying you have to cold call, because that works for everybody else, but find what works for you. Your door knocking, your open houses, whatever. Do those models and systems. Find someone to help you break through if you're stuck. That's my advice. Because otherwise, you're going to keep hitting your lid and going up and down on that roller coaster ride of, woo, I got 3 in escrow. Oh man, I'm back down to 0 for a couple months. Woo, I got 3 in escrow. Man, I've never been able to get more than 5 or 6 in escrow and keep it going. Does that sound like a lot of our businesses? Right?
Right.
Any questions on that? Any questions on our mindset? Anyone have struggles or ahas they'd like to share with?
Well, so the models and systems, are they all stemming out of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book for the
So-
most part?
When Gary Keller wrote this book, he has a version 2 coming out soon. He said, why don't we just interview a bunch of millionaire real estate agents and see what they did? And so he interviewed them, and he found out that as the couple hundred that he interviewed, most of them did the same thing. And he wrote down what they did to be a millionaire real estate agent, do over $1 million in profit. So I haven't done $1 million my way, but he's got 200-300 people that have done it his way, that way. I mean, sure.
I've got the book at home.
Yes. So most of the models and systems through Keller Williams can be found in that book. If you've been in the business a while and you go back and refresh yourself on it, you'll be like, wow, that's pretty good. I read it before I got into the business. I was waiting for my license. I read it and it was good, but I didn't really know what it meant. Going back and reading it after I was been in the business for 2 or 3 years was a lot more impactful for me. Because like, oh, that makes perfect sense. I get it now. So yes, it is a great playbook, guideline of how to build a successful business. Now there's other caveats that work for people, but yeah, for the most part, a lot of the models and systems are right in that book. And we're going to be a lot more purposeful of bringing basic things in quick sessions to everyone, just good mindsets, good refreshers for most agents.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
We better do it than we do it.
Eliana, you do Matt's coaching. Do you feel that having that level was able to help you kind of see past where you were at your lid, or?
Absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I would always hit a lid, and then as I progressed with coaching, that helped me push through my lid. So I started with like lower level coaching, and then now I'm in mastery coaching, which is
Yeah,
a
pretty
weekly
impressive.
call for
Yeah.
30 minutes, and it's been helping me tremendously grow my business.
Yeah, I'm very prideful. I got someone that I think I know it all a lot, and coaching was hard for me when I first got into the business and being coachable and realizing I don't know everything, and I knew I didn't know anything in real estate wise, but when it came to like talking to people and stuff like that, I'm like, eh. And so I wasn't a big believer, I'll be honest, when I first did coaching, even when I joined here, and I had some success and I started doing the coaching. I still was like, I don't need it. And so I stopped coaching. And after my second year, I was doing pretty well. And my third year, I dipped quite a bit. And I was like, why am I dipping so much? And I couldn't really put 2 and 2 together. And then I got into mastery coaching. And I was my eyes were opened to a different world of possibilities I didn't realize existed. So mastery coaching is the MAPS coaches all talk together, and they all work with these top agents around the world and different ideas and different things that work for them. And getting their insight about exactly what I was stuck on or where I wasn't growing at a higher level to me was just mind-opening. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. And I just wasn't really coachable in the beginning. I realized I wasn't coachable because I thought I knew it all, and it took me going down before I realized to go up, I need to go up. I mean, Tiger Woods has a coach. he was the best golfer in the world, he always had a coach. So, some good stuff in there. Anyways, any other questions or anything like that? I'm not saying you have to run out and get a coach, I'm just saying if you're hitting a wall, you're looking for help, we're here to help, we'd love to help you. But coaching helped me a lot, and there's other things that we could do, the basics, read the book, and see how your business is going and grow from there. Anything else? Get out of here at a pretty 30 minutes? That's good timing right there.
Good job, Garrett.
Thanks, guys.
That's Monday.
Okay. Onboarding? So the onboarding system, I'll just be honest with you, that's an automatic text that gets sent out, and I didn't realize that was still even going out. So I need to check those because there's probably 4 or 5 people that have sent.
Yeah, because I texted you back.
And I didn't say anything. It's because it didn't go to my phone and it went to the system, and I didn't realize that was still going out. So I need to look at that because there's probably 3 or 4 people that have said, hey, yeah. And I'm like, oh, no, I've ignored everybody and everyone's mad at me, so sorry about that. I
No,
apologize.
that's okay, that's all right. All right, so then, well,
Nice to meet you. You too. This is good, this stuff is good. Have you been in the business? You signed up with Adam, right? Okay.
I've been
Yeah,
Okay, but then you just re-signed back up?
Yeah, I did. I was gone for about a year and a half.
Got it.
It's for the compliance.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
compliance.
yeah, this is all, I'm really excited about this stuff because what you're bringing is what we, that's what I've always, needed.
Good.
And so,
That makes me feel good.
yeah, you're doing great. I mean, these are, excellent ideas and stuff, especially, the, scripts.
Mhm.
Really getting familiar with scripts and really having that,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
camaraderie and those, and so, so, and this stuff is really cool too.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was kind of like that with
Yeah.
it too, I'm gonna do it this way, I'm gonna do it
Yeah,
that way,
me too.
And,
Yeah.
and so I'm wondering, do we have to have that book in order to come to this class?
No.
Okay.
It's just, so it's kind of a dry